drugs and addiction, which Quentin Tarantino's film Pulp Fiction embodies more than most.
When I was offered it, I took about a month to think about it. And I had some people that I read it, and I surveyed people's ideas. And then finally, after much analyzing, I decided that the characters that were doing evil things got their just desserts to some degree, and that the message finally was okay.
I don't like real-life violence at all, and screen violence I like.
No, I don't agree with violence in films, to be honest, because I think it's like, it's just a cheap way of getting a reaction. If you show somebody's head getting blown off, then people go, ooh, like that. And you've made the audience react, but it's a very cheap way to get them to react. It's like bands who play very loud. They get a reaction because they're kind of making a lot of noise.
I think it's probably one of the most anti-violence films I've ever seen, actually.
Really?
It's really making fun of people that are using too much violence.
I nearly had a heart attack.
Did you?
Yes, I'm a bit tense, yes. But I didn't close my eyes once.
As an actor, you have a duty to do your homework. And so I went to rehab centers and talked to people in this area of life. With that and a little bit of imagination, I came up with a character, delineation.
My idea of heaven would be watching my movie with like a crowded audience and everybody's like laughing.
Pretty please, with sugar on top. Clean the fucking car.
He doesn't mean that violence on the street's funny, but he means violence in his films are funny. And he can do what he likes with his films. It's all right, people don't have to go and say, we're all adults, let's not, Same old argument, I think so.
It was actually quite funny, the way they did it. It ended up to be quite funny. It's a good film, though. It's very unusual.
Quentin Tarantino has actually said he wants people to laugh at violence. Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think it will make people think that violence is funny rather than dangerous?
I thought differently towards the end of the film. I was laughing a lot.
But don't you think that's a bad thing?
You have to go see the film.
He portrays like hoods, right? As human beings, which they are,
Boys, get to work.
Please would be nice.
Come again?
I said a please would be nice.
Get it straight, Buster. I'm not here to say please. I'm here to tell you what to do.
I was laughing.
But don't you think
that was
that's
partly because I was so freaked out, but I did laugh.
But isn't that sort of desensitising people if you make them laugh at violence? Doesn't it take away...
do them good, a bit of blood.
You can't say bollocks.
Oh, sorry.
Reservoir Dogs, I think, is almost in its own way, is equally funny a movie. But people don't normally get it until until a second or third viewing about how funny the movie is.
Films like Clockwork Orange, for example.
I've never seen Clockwork Orange.
But people actually went out on the streets and copied it.
Right.
But don't you think that's quite worrying that people watch films and then they go out and copy what they do?
I think it's terribly worrying, yeah, but then again, lots of things are worrying, and we can't go around mopping up after people all the time, can we?
Maybe there should be, instead of like the 18 certificate or stuff, there should be an S certificate, and it said no stupid people are allowed to come and watch this film, because they might copy it.
Die, you mother!
You just have to look at history. Like humans are violent,
So you don't think it's anything because of all these American films, like Schwarzenegger films, kids are getting more violent these days?
Of course not. Do you think Genghis Khan ever went to see a Quentin Tarantino film? You know what I mean? He thought it up for himself.